This changes a few things, guys. No, it's not a fucking ego trip. I live a very difficult life, guys. And I have a lot of skills that require me to step aside from making videos daily. I'm not even sure how often I will be able to upload anymore. And I've made moves like this before. I promise that I will be more dedicated towards my development, making new games again. I have proposed an idea of what another card game I would make. And this is still on my mind, is still on my to-do list in case I find the energy to do it. I don't feel like I have energy, to be honest. But the obligation exists, right? I just felt like Pokia kind of failed, kind of flopped on me. Maybe just because it missing a background, so it looks very off when you just play it. Uh, Not sure. Something about this is just like not interactive enough for me. But that's bizarre. That's the bizarre problem. Like, there's a lot of reading, basically. It's not a lot of pointing fingers of who gets to attack what. Which is why, instead of Pokia, I prefer playing with the Clash. That was way more interesting to me. Um, wow, these guys are weak. Except for the nerd. Alright. We can defeat these guys. Right? Now, for anyone who cares, like, you probably don't. You probably don't care that much anyways. What decisions I make on this channel, I just happen to have some experience, and that experience translates into some amount of views. I build some unique strategies, and give commentary that puts Zeddy back into his place. Even if he fucking doesn't care, just like Blizzard doesn't care about Zeddy. Zeddy doesn't care about me, so much for putting people in their place, isn't it? But that's okay, I can make my own card game. I can do my own stuff. You see, the point is, I have defeated polygons, and I have to go this path. I have opened the door to a new achievement in life. This thing just works. And that's it. It just works, man. And now I can make games. I would prefer to have 60 FPS. I would prefer to make everything work even better, but it's good. This can go a long way already. The potential is crazy, and this tool is a must for YouTube Rewind. Just to bring some interesting visuals on the table, just to impress some people. I think I can do something, you know. So unfortunately, I can't just be a gamer, even if we have grown to 300, which is 30%, 1/3 of the way to monetization. Monetization would mean that I could just sit there and, you know, be a friend. Just hang out. Just be cool with the Hearthstone community and whatnot, and just slowly wiggle myself in there. And it is hard work, I'm not gonna lie. This took me a long fucking time. Look at the videos. I always upload more than I receive in subscribers. And it's always an uphill battle because my personality is quite unique. Quite hard to swallow, but that's because I'm smart. You know, I'm gonna be arrogant, unfortunately. Because you don't understand. You don't understand. I have to teach you things. I have to be arrogant. I have to be above you. I have to be the teacher. And if you don't respect that, then it just comes off as plain arrogance and doesn't matter. That's the difference. If you respect who I am, you will understand why I get angry, why I'm trying to explain all these things, why Hearthstone has the most ridiculous issue that no other card game supposed to have. We just play card over and over again. Like, the game developers are so disconnected from reality, it makes no sense for me to even be attached to a game like this. I can do better. Anyone can do better. I fucking tell you guys, anyone can do a better game. But they have to put in proper amount of work to actually get to that level where people can play that game. Right? My engine is still a rookie thing. I performed in a game jam. The game jam was quite a trippy experience for me because I needed to put in the work. I just had to put in the work, and I also put in the work exploring what the game jam has produced, and I wasn't too far off, basically, of realizing that it wasn't that impressive in the end. That I did pretty well, even though I got like what, top thirds. It's not good, guys. I didn't get good results. I'm a dramatic person. You know me. I don't get good results. I sabotage my own kind of ratings, basically, in the purpose to grow in a kind of like an interesting pace, not in an explosive pace, not in a desperate pace. I want to grow in my own pace, where I'm learning things. I'm learning to do things better. You guys get to be more comfortable over time, over longer period of time. Everyone else basically picks my content up in their own pace. That's whatever. Like, I nerf myself really hard. I'm not one of those desperate people who want to earn money, right? Making content. I don't want to sell my soul. That's not gonna happen, bro. In those terms, I'm a real human being, and everyone is shocked that a person like that could even fucking exist. It's like a fucking unicorn to them. If you were entertained, again, you still have to catch up to the amount of videos I have, right? These numbers are supposed to match, but I will have to, step aside a little bit. As easy this content is to make and kind of profit off, it still gives me brain damage. It's still a tough position, and it wastes my time. Time that I don't have. If I recognize myself as a godlike creature that changes the world, fundamentally, right? Invents a completely new thing, I cannot sit here, guys, and do whatever the fuck this is in a slow pace, basically. Sorry. So instead of constantly telling you guys that I am detaching myself from Hearthstone, you will have to understand that naturally. You'll just have to figure that shit out and be happy whenever I happen to upload, whenever I have to look into the game. I still enjoy just simple games on my tablet. I probably just gonna keep it that way, And maybe we're gonna make some cool card games someday. There's a difference between 2D and 3D games. They all will need their own mini games. They all demanding in a different way, right? With 3D, you're seeking immersion. You're seeking like a beautiful scenery, something to explore, something to fly around with. With 2D, you're expecting like a puzzle, very rigorous, maybe like a progressive experience where you pick up more and more experience on how to play the game. You unlock new things, and it's a lot more like gameplay oriented, and this is more like fucking spiritual experience. My passion for card games is not going away. I'm not even transitioning into playing some kind of other game. not really interested right now in gaming. Again, I see it as a huge waste of time for me right now. It's something I have to constantly think about, and I have to constantly shake it off. You know how it goes. If I spend so much time here, this is gonna be cut the most. I will come back to celebrate whenever Hearthstone does something cool. I will come back to look into what's going on in the community. Whenever Zeddy pisses me off, I will show up to haunt him just to make sure that one day when he discovers what he did wrong, hopefully that's the best day ever. When Zeddy gets on the right track, we we can also celebrate that as my personal achievement. And you can submit in the comment section if I should play some kind of deck. You know, maybe you'll make a quick inspiration of like, yeah, that looks cool. I'll play it for a little bit. I can make a quick video. No big deal. But yeah. One of my most popular videos is not Hearthstone. You gotta dig a little bit. Okay, you gotta dig a lot. It's this. And this looks so good. I can get somewhere close to this kind of presentation of a game. But again, it's a very ethereal thing. It's a spiritual, just exploration, running around, just looting the environment. I would still actually want to play this, by the way. This is awesome. I should play it right after this. Yeah. And go to sleep, because it was a very long day. It's a lot of drama, guys. This came with a bang. This came with a split in my fucking forehead. It was hardcore. Not only I realized that I have way too much potential and I don't want to waste it, but I also realized that I'm reaching for YouTube CEO title successfully and I can cause a little bit of a drama. Because all I want is for people to calm the fuck down and get a fucking grip and stop pissing each other off. That would be very nice. Where is the love is the eternal question, is it? Or is just capitalism screwing us over and no love remains during it? Love becomes hard to find because you can't buy it. So how do you find it? Search for it? Find courage inside yourself? You're not gonna figure out what love is by playing Hearthstone as well. That's a problem. But if you create things, you might be able to break through. And this is the sort of potential that I also cannot just waste. Like, you just can't do that. If I can create some kind of positivity hub, again, a spiritual 3D experience for women to just flock into and expand, that's something. Like, the potential is so huge. You guys don't understand. You can't comprehend what we're dealing with. You should have kicked me out of here as soon as possible. And see ya. See ya, guys. I'm a big boy now. Creation.
I'm a big boy now, I'm like cow before I leave. I'm a soldier.